Kyle,
Hey, Nick.
guess what?
What?
It is the Advent calendar season,
Yeah, we're right there.
and we've been provided an Advent calendar by our friends at Flaviar.
Flaviar.
Yeah, they are partners of the podcast.
Whoa.
I know. We did a big boy podcasting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you are someone who loves great whiskey, which, come on, if you're listening to Drippin' Stone,
I would hope so.
I mean,
Actually, I know so.
I know so. Yeah. Exactly. You can get your own whiskey advent calendar, or why not a membership, or 3 or 4 or 10 for your best friends.
Yeah, gift them around.
Absolutely. That's the Flaviar.com. And you can enter the promo code DREPandStone15.
Save a little bit.
Why not? At the very least, help out the podcast.
Indeed.
Who doesn't want to do that?
I can't imagine anybody would not want to.
No. What do you type in?
The way we always like to do things. We try to keep it as one word, Drep and Stone, D-R-E-P and Stone.
Oh.
D-R-E-P-A-N-D-S-T-O-N-E.
Oh.
One word.
Don't forget to add the 1-5 for 15.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You can get gifts for as many people as you like.
Yeah, and you'll save a little bit and help sponsor the podcast at the same time.
Win, 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 win.
Everybody gets a little help out on that one.
Absolutely. Stop for a second.
Yeah.
Kyle, I know that there are people who don't make it to the very end of the episode.
So you're going to start with bloopers?
No.
Ah.
Although that's not a bad idea. Now, what we're going to start with is a request of the listener
Okay.
to support Drippin' Stone.
Yeah.
Just a simple request.
Yeah. Round of applause.
Well, I'm good with that,
Yeah.
as long as it's in the company of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
sure.
are you clapping about?
Let me tell you.
Yeah, I've got a little story to tell you.
Yeah. We love it if you guys support Drippin' Stone one of 3 ways. Super simple, super easy. Doesn't take any time at all.
Yep.
Or very minimal time.
There you go.
The first way
Rule number 1.
is to rate Drippin' Stone wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one.
Indeed.
Pretty simple.
Yeah. A couple of stars, a thumbs up, some kind words. Really appreciate that.
Absolutely. You can also support Drippin' Stone through our Patreon page. It's patreon.com. Couple of options there for you. Just keeps the lights on the recording machine recording.
There you go.
You can finally, Kyle,
Yep.
support Drippin' Stone by telling someone about the podcast.
Yep.
Because in a couple of days, you're probably going to be around a lot of people.
Right.
Because, it's going to be Thanksgiving in a little bit.
Holidays.
Yeah, and if you're here in America, Thanksgiving probably means for you being around other people.
Yeah.
Your, family that you extended family.
Right.
And you're probably going to be doing a little bit of imbibing. And why not tell someone about your favorite podcast
Right.
when you're having those lovely conversations?
Indeed.
Yeah, just say, hey, pass me the mashed potatoes, please.
Yep.
And also, by the way, have you heard about Drippin' Stone? Because I see you've got a glass of something delicious there.
Yeah.
Have you heard about them?
No.
Are you serious?
I mean, I have. I thought we were role playing.
No, we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No, I haven't.
Can I see your phone real quick? I'm going to type in Drippin' Stone for you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, here you go. It's a podcast.
Wow, your
2
thumbs
friends.
are covered in gravy.
Now your phone's covered in gravy.
Gross.
But 2 friends, they raise a glass, they have a conversation, they talk about all kinds of stuff. You're going to love it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and their conversations are much better than the conversations going around here.
Hey, will you hand me a napkin?
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, for your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can clean up my phone.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Not stress inducing at all.
Nope. Okay, back to the intro music.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to the Drippin' Stone podcast, the podcast where 2 friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Kyle.
Hey, man.
In 2 days,
Yeah.
it will be the turkeyest of days.
It's goblin time.
I had this weird vision of the Green Goblin and Power Rangers coming together. Like it's morphin' time.
I
It's
kind of got
goblin
like
time.
the thing, clobbering time.
Oh,
from Fantastic
yeah,
Four.
I got you.
Goblin time.
Goblin time. Okay. Well, that's me walking out of the house after I've eaten my turkey because
Fifth helping a turkey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's almost Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Real close.
Well, everybody's seen the title of the episode, so why don't we just get right to it?
Yeah. We're attacking Turkey.
The country?
Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't going nowhere near that. No, we're going to attack some wild turkey.
Haven't we done this before?
I don't think so.
I mean, we've had some of these products before.
We've had all of these products except for the Russell's store pick.
Sure.
Over there. But
we've never done it. How have
we've
we
never
done a
we've never done
lineup?
like a turkey throwdown.
A turkey taste. Oh, throwdown?
Yeah.
Turkey throwdown tasting?
Yeah.
Turkey tasting.
Turkey tasty throwdown.
Oh.
Turkey basty.
We're getting basted.
Yeah, man. We've got we've got Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
We've got a store pick of Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit.
Ooh.
We've got Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Yeah.
And we've got a Russell's Reserve store pick private barrel selection.
Yeah. Which is technically a turkey product.
Well, I mean, it's made at Wild Turkey Distilling.
Yeah, very true. Very distilled and bottled by Wild Turkey.
So yeah, as long as it's got turkey on the bottle, I'm down.
Well,
yeah, I thought it'd be just like a fun thing because it's nearly Turkey Day, and I've always got a bottle of turkey.
Yeah.
Out at Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
That's what you drink.
I think you have to
personally.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not drinking anything else that day.
No,
it's just turkey.
Yeah,
we should do an episode on it.
Let's do it. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with 101.
Okay,
introduce to the palate because this is kind of like the core of what all of these I think kind of should be. Maybe not so much for the Russell's Reserve.
We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a couple of bottles of like Russell's 10.
Sure. That Russell's 13 is real popular right now.
Yeah. Never had a chance there.
Nope.
But I would still kind of assume that it's still a similar thing.
Okay.
I guess it could be a slightly different mash bill or something.
Sure. So a light little tasting episode for your pre-holiday gathering.
Or your post-holiday
or
gathering.
Your post. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's pre for us.
Right. You could taste the turkey whenever. Oh, that's such a good sound.
I did open this bottle
a few
nights ago.
I could tell.
Just because like I hadn't had just straight up 101 in a month or two when I finished off my last bottle and was in a state of like drinking a few other like right around 100 bourbons.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, what's a fresh turkey do to this? And it's so unique.
Okay.
Like even at this point with all the different things we've had, 101 is a very unique bourbon.
It's been a minute since I've had straight up 101 for whatever reason. You can find it everywhere. It's about $25-$30. It's great.
Yeah, you can find it on sale for like right at 20.
Sure.
19.
Handle $3.
Incredible. I mean, it literally is one of those ones for me that as far as like your base bourbon product.
Yeah.
I dare say it still is probably my favorite.
It's not at 80. It's just cracking that bit of high proof.
You can get it at 80.
You can, yeah. Well, you can't get 101 at 80. You can get Wild Turkey at 80. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I just want to be professional. Yep. Yeah, and I want to refamiliarize myself with it.
All right,
here I go. You know what color it is?
It's brown liquor and glass.
It's bourbon colored.
Yeah, little on the more orangey side.
Sure.
Than like amber.
Like water rust.
Delicious.
What I love about 101 is that it is deceptive in terms of like you don't get a whole lot of proof on the nose.
Sure.
You just get a lot of like barrel vanilla.
Yeah, I get barrel. I get citrus.
Yep.
And I think that may be like the defining characteristic for me of why it is unique.
Yeah.
Citrus is not an adjective that we use very often.
Not in bourbon.
In bourbons. Yeah. Like, it's usually more apple or cherry, somewhere in that range. But this, to me, definitely leans citrusy.
Yeah, there's a little bit of citrus note there.
Orange
for sure.
rind.
Orange rind. Yeah, rind specific.
Yeah.
Not like the juice. It's rind.
Yeah. Pulpy.
Bitter. But not like too bitter.
No.
All right.
Vanilla.
To me, it's that barrel characteristic that like that's what puts it over the top, and that's what makes it distinguished from the others.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I know like they're charring the hell out of these barrels.
They're going
full alligator char.
Yep.
And I love that barrel note.
For sure.
All right, going in.
Yeah.
Hello in darkness, my old friend. Quintessential bourbon.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to
just a little bit of proof.
Yeah. Yeah. Little touch of heat.
Yeah.
Little touch of proof. Kind of get you going. Give you that Kentucky hug.
Yep. Ooh.
But yeah, even on the palate, it's that kind of like that's what's highlighting right now for me is that
citrusy note, yeah,
kind of orange peel, along with all your other classic bourbon,
vanilla, that oaky char is still there, the brown sugary sweetness, molassesy kind of notes, absolutely. But it's not, to me, like it's sweet as a bourbon should be, but it's not corn syrupy sweet.
Right. Yeah, it's not confectionery sweet. It's more just that fruit sweet.
Yeah.
That citrus sweet.
Man, that brown sugar note, for whatever reason right now, is popping. That's fantastic. How much is that again for a bottle? Whew, need to buy a case.
$23?
$23.
Come on, man. All day.
Wow.
I mean, you can get it BOGO.
Sure.
You watch it sometimes.
Yeah, you can.
Heck.
Literally, I saw, perusing some ads. I saw a handle. So what's that? 1.5 liters?
Yeah.
A liter and a half of Wild Turkey 101. It was like $39.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's what I just finished.
Like, whoa.
A couple of months.
And actually, I think it was actually cheaper than that. I think it was like $32.
Yeah. I mean, you can get a whole handle of it. It's dangerous, but it's great. It's so good. Like, what a value, man.
It's one of those that, like, if someone, and I rarely actually say this, there's a couple others we've talked about that occupy that spot, but like, it's one of those whiskeys that, like, what's a great whiskey at that price point?
That's hard to beat.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
There are a few whiskeys that occupy that $25 to $30 range, and it's just solid every time.
Right.
I mean, that old favorite, Old Granddad 114, that occupies that spot too.
Yep.
But I feel like this is right there too.
Yeah. Tasty.
Tasty.
All right. What I'm really interested.
Oops. Was I supposed to leave a little bit?
Yep.
Oh.
You still got to spit in there. Yeah, what I'm really interested in is, and I've done this before, but it's been a long time. But this was a store pick of the Wild Turkey single barrel.
Oh, store pick.
Yeah, and so I'm really interested in, because basically Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit is a 101 single barrel,
right?
And it's maybe a little more than double the price of Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah,
the only other bottle that I've ever had of Kentucky Spirit.
That fan bottle, right?
Was the fan bottle.
Right.
And, I'm pretty sure our takeaway was that, it's not better than 101. But it's a single barrel, so you're going to get some differentiation.
Sure.
That's going to happen from time to time. I felt like it was time to try it again.
Because it's been a long minute.
Yeah.
It might be a little more than a minute at this point. That was in our first year.
Yeah, that was our first Thanksgiving.
That was our first Thanksgiving. Yeah, 2019. Man.
Yeah. So, I mean, just in terms of like what we know and where we've grown and things like that, maybe it'll be different this time.
I can tell you this. I have not had Kentucky Spirit since we had that bottle. I've never touched it. Like, here's my Kentucky Spirit relationship. If I see it on the shelf, it's normally right next to the rare breed.
Right.
And I'm going to buy the rare breed.
Yeah. same damn bottle.
Yeah. Literally.
It's a single barrel of 101.
Yep.
So maybe that first one that we had was just a stinker.
Maybe.
And it just didn't live up to it. But yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thing, because even this was still a few dollars more than rare breed.
Yep. It always is.
Like I said, it was double the price of 101.
Yep.
So can you find one that's going to like live up to that expectation?
Do the thing.
Because I'd love to find it. I would love for that to happen.
All right. Well, let's see. Do you got any information on this particular barrel?
This bourbon whiskey was bottled on August 11th this year, 23.
Wow.
From barrel number 0196, stored in warehouse TYB-K.
Mm-hmm.
On Rick number 40.
Cool.
Selected for the bourbon connoisseur.
Well, guess what I am?
What?
I think I'm a bourbon connoisseur.
Yeah? You like to think of yourself as a bourbon connoisseur?
Well, that's my tattoo says. I spelled connoisseur wrong, though. Well, I didn't spell it wrong. The guy who tattooed it on me spelled it wrong.
He said it was...
color, exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly the same.
Yep. Ooh, but the nose is not.
Nose jumped at me there a minute. I got straight alcohol right in my right nostril. Hit me in the back of the eye.
A little bit of Expo markery.
Yeah.
It's sweeter. The nose is
this
sweeter.
One goes way more vanilla.
Yeah, way more vanilla. And like, I would say verging into like Duncan Hines vanilla icing.
Sure.
That's
or
sweet.
Like glaze.
Yeah.
Glazy.
Yeah, that sweet's popping.
Krispy Kreme glaze.
Man. Okay, just already the nose is better.
Yeah.
But ooh, I say that now. That barrel note though that I love on the 101 is actually subdued on this Kentucky Spirit.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh.
Yeah, that's tough.
Interesting.
I do kind of miss that.
All right.
Palate.
Here we go.
It's more or less the same thing on the palate.
Yeah.
It's more sweet, touch more vanilla, more orange on this one, but it's not rind. It's more like orange juice.
It definitely, like, the citrus is still there because that's quintessential turkey. But you're right. It's not the same. Damn it, man! That barrel note is it's gone.
I thought so too on my first sip, but it's there on my second sip.
That's weird.
Strangely enough.
Like, I don't know if it's because you said that, and I was just like, okay, now I need to look for it. But yeah, no, it's definitely there.
It's still not as prominent.
It's definitely not as pronounced. No, man. Going back to the regular 101, just sniff it. That vanilla, totally different.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Ooh. I'm going to call it right now because the more I contemplate it, the more I'm going to like psych myself out.
Yep.
I prefer the 101.
Yep. I don't disagree with it. I think for me, the Kentucky Spirit's coming off a little more rounded.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a bit softer.
Yes,
it's like
absolutely.
a more realized thing.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna say it's a hair more complex too. But when I consider price, when I consider like ease to find it, because you can't find Kentucky Spirit all the time.
Sure,
hands down, 101.
Price alone, I would go 101. It's because too, like I really like that bitter note.
Yeah,
and that bitter, the char on that comes through way more clearly there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Kentucky Spirit's maybe a touch friendlier, maybe a touch more complex, but it's softer.
There's nothing wrong with the Kentucky Spirit by any means, but that softer element to me, it's less rugged. And there's something about a turkey that I'm like, there's got to be a little bit of an edge to it, just a slight edge.
To me, that Kentucky Spirit, I feel like would be the better introductory bottle for somebody, because that one is, to me, more classic bourbon.
I don't disagree.
Everything on that is very much just like sweet, desserty bourbon. Mm-hmm. Where the Kentucky Spirit...
The problem is, though, that's not going to be your introductory bottle. That's the problem.
For sure. I don't disagree at all. But like the ruggedness of the 101 just fits my perspective of these two drinks.
We are of like mind.
It's weird.
For sure.
You know?
Well, that we're of like mind?
No. Just like that the rugged kind of unsettledness in the 101 I prefer better than the well-rounded, put together. This is like Wild Turkey with a tuxedo on, but it's like, nah, I'd rather just have you in the overalls. You know?
You're still covered in tattoos and you're still a little shifty, but you're wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being covered in tattoos.
No, you look great.
Yeah, you look great.
You look great. You did the thing.
Yeah.
But I like you better the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not you.
It's like, it's that person that like, everyone's like, wow, you clean up well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
yeah, but it's not right.
Thank you.
But it's not right.
Yeah, that's not you though.
Yeah.
Like if
seeing that guy at the wedding.
Exactly.
Like, hey.
Like if I showed up looking as good as you look 95% of the time. Let me rephrase that. Like if I show up to an event looking as good as you look going to an event, people can be like, what the hell is going on there?
Where's your gray shirt?
Yeah, exactly. So they expect that out of you.
Right.
But like me, nah, they don't expect that.
Right.
And they're like, we'd rather the gray shirt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, we like the way you are.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why we like you.
Where's your baseball cap?
Yeah.
The 101, it hits different.
It's so like it makes complete sense. Like that the Kentucky Spirit's just, it's prettier.
Yeah. Prettier is great.
It's a better presented drink in terms of like the way
I got it.
It hits your palate.
I got it. The Kentucky Spirit is a gift bottle for someone who likes 101. That's what that is.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, hey, I know you like 101 and I bought you, hey, happy birthday, man.
Right.
You know, like that to me, that's what it is. It's just like, hey, it's a special thing. It's not like a once in a lifetime bottle, but like I bought you a Kentucky Spirit. Oh,
right.
Thanks, bro. Like appreciate that.
Agreed.
All right, we're going to keep this one light. Right now, we're probably cooking some things.
Right.
We're prepping for the day.
Yeah.
Let's keep it light.
Okay.
I got some would you rathers, some kind of like Thanksgiving Day-ish questions.
Okay.
Would you rather eat an entire turkey by yourself or eat all the Thanksgiving stuffing by yourself?
Definitely stuffing.
Really?
Personally, yeah.
What?
Yeah. I love stuffing. I actually prefer dressing.
What's the difference?
One is stuffed
and
into
one
the
is
bird, and one
dressed.
But it's also texture, like a texture thing. Like the dressing is more like all the things are like combined into more of a like almost like cake consistency, where like stuffing is, you know, here's some chunks of sausage and apple and chunks of like bready crouton things and seasonings and
man, what I've
it's
read
more
is
separated.
You shouldn't eat that stuffing that's been in the bird.
I've read the same.
Like that's
we don't ever do that.
No,
to be sure, but like that I think that's where it gets its name.
Oh
anyway.
no, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I've been to many Thanksgiving with you, and I know that that's never the case.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever.
But you'd rather
because we usually spatchcock the turkey.
Yeah,
you know, we usually like fillet that son of a bitch, cut it right down its spine, just open it up.
Listen, you gonna be spatchcocked.
Prepare yourself.
I don't know how to feel about this. You'd rather eat like Here's my point. Is that are you saying like in a sitting
to the point like you've got to finish it.
You are the one eating this stuffing. Like you're eating. Let's
or
say
it's like you have an unlimited amount of time.
What?
You have a week.
No.
Or it's like, no, you're doing it right now.
What kind of question is that? No one's gonna be like, you know what? You got a week to eat this turkey.
Right.
I see what your point is. Like I
so
can
in that,
see
in
where
that
you're
instance,
going.
I would go turkey. But if it's like, no, you don't get up from this table until that's done.
Yeah, I think that's
I hit a limit
the
on turkey.
spirit of the Kentucky spirit of the question is either
here now.
Yeah, you're eating this whole turkey, or you're eating a bowl of stuffing. I guess. I mean,
I would see it presented in a.
You make a
casserole dish, perhaps. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say a vat of stuffing.
But
well,
we've had cupcake tins of stuffing.
I remember that.
You know, those were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I could just foresee eating more of that.
No,
because I get a point with turkey, especially like, man, halfway through a full turkey breast, I'm gonna be like, I'm done. That's taking up too much space inside me.
Stuffing.
It's bread. It's hollow. It's air.
But
I can get that in.
You're gonna be stuffed
for sure. Yeah, no, you're gonna eat a whole turkey. You're not gonna be stuffed. Shut up. Halfway through that turkey breast, you're gonna be so dense, and it gets so dry. You're so dry. Oh, dude. I think I could power through the stuffing easier than I could power through the turkey.
Clearly, okay. Your saving grace, you mentioned sausage and apple.
Don't forget the neck, Clark.
Save it for me, Clark. I've had the stuffing at your house.
Yeah.
And it's got some texture.
Yeah.
It's got some different bits.
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff's great.
Yeah.
That stuff's great cold because I've had it cold too.
Right.
I see your point.
Yeah.
But give me that turkey. You're not going to eat a 15-pound bird by yourself. You're right. I could probably eat a box of stuffing myself.
Even just
I'm not going to feel
singular turkey breast.
Nah, I could do it.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, give me that turkey breast. Because I'm also like, man, that's a lot of protein. I could totally do that. Yeah. I'm not saying 15-pound turkey by myself. Although, it's mostly
Catch me in
bones.
the right mood.
Yeah. Thursday night, who knows?
Deep fry that thing.
Yeah. All right, got another question.
All right.
Would you rather have a Thanksgiving meal without your favorite dish, or have a meal made up only of your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Definitely of my favorite dish,
which is
broccoli casserole.
Yeah, I knew. I should have said it before you said it. Yeah,
I can make just that and be happy.
Yeah,
no issues. I've had, that's usually at some point in time as the leftovers run out.
Yeah.
It's usually like 90% broccoli casserole and maybe like a tiny little piece of turkey.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily. Not even a problem.
That's tough.
Not even a problem.
See, I feel so like I get everything else.
Yeah.
But I don't get broccoli casserole.
Yeah.
Which is not my favorite thing, but like just personally.
What would yours be? What would be your favorite dish?
Now that you asked me this question,
deep contemplation.
I actually,
is it not the turkey.
It's a combination of all of it. Like I don't have
the meal.
It's the meal. Yeah.
Okay, but you got to find.
Like I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not picky, but like unlike you, where you're like broccoli casserole all day, I'm like I could have the broccoli casserole or not. I could have the mac and cheese or not because it's the combination of all of it. That's the Thanksgiving meal to me. It's not because my assumption is it's not Thanksgiving unless you're having the broccoli casserole.
Sure.
Like somebody's like, hey, Kyle, Thanksgiving. You're like, nah, ain't a broccoli casserole.
Yeah. This is just a meal.
Yeah. Like y'all cook this bird, but
that's not true.
Yeah. That's not
true.
what I've heard. That's not what I've experienced.
But I mean, certainly in my perspective, just like the perspective of the Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
Your cornerstones are more turkey, mashed potatoes, a stuffing dressing thing,
but it's not Thanksgiving.
Green bean casserole,
sure.
Some yams,
a
yam casserole, cranberry sauce out of the can with the rings on it.
I've experienced this firsthand. You're saying these things, but I know your true heart.
Oh no, I'm just saying in general. Like when I go to get if I go somewhere and get a turkey meal, a Thanksgiving meal, it's not going to have broccoli casserole.
No,
it's going to have those things.
Sure,
macaroni and cheese.
Gotcha.
It's going to have that stuff. Yeah. So I could have a Thanksgiving meal and not have it. I'm just saying, for me personally,
okay,
the item is the broccoli casserole, and yes, I would absolutely rather have the broccoli casserole. So it's an easier response for you because since you don't have the favorite item,
okay,
just say that. Okay, well, let's just say it's the mashed potatoes. Yeah, absolutely. Like I could have the meal without the mashed potatoes and not be any more or less satisfied.
Gotcha.
Right? That would be your take? Or let's just say it's the turkey.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I think
even then.
I think we're having, like, us personally, because we're heading to you guys after our Thanksgiving meal. I think we're having brisket for Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, I don't even care about the turkey.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I guess in that instance, like, for you, it would be like, all right, so would you rather have a Thanksgiving meal of, like, let's say it's the turkey. That's your favorite part. Of just the turkey, or would you rather have a meal without the turkey and everything else?
Here's a great scenario. When I was a kid, for whatever reason, one year, I think for Christmas, we had, like, pasta. Not, like, just spaghetti and meatballs, but we had, like, pasta dishes. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? That ain't no Christmas meal.
Christmas in Italy.
Maybe. We ain't in Italy. I love Italy. We ain't in Italy right now. But, like, it wasn't a Christmas meal for me. But now, like, looking back, like, I honestly don't care what we eat.
Right.
As long as, like, you know, we're hanging out and what. But now that I say that, if that's my meal on Christmas,
I mean, for me growing up, the two meals were interchangeable.
Sure.
They were the same thing.
Yeah. Likewise. And now I think as an adult, I'm like we've done brisket, we've done rib roast, we've done like standing rib roast, we've done like Carol and I, a thing that we always do, like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, we'll get Chinese.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I will say this. I think end of the day, there's nothing about the meal that makes the meal for me.
Right. So you would be fine without whatever missing anything.
Sure.
Whereas for me, it's got to have broccoli casserole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, I got one more.
All right.
Would you rather eat because we've both done this. We've done this together.
Yeah.
In both instances, would you rather eat a burnt Thanksgiving dinner?
Yep.
Or an undercooked Thanksgiving dinner? I'm not saying like an undercooked turkey. That's not what I'm saying. But like everything.
There's not enough?
No. Like,
so it's like you're just getting little bits of everything.
No,
you're still hungry afterwards?
No. Everything is either overcooked,
right,
and you're like,
everything's crunchy.
Yeah, or everything is slightly undercooked. So it's about timing.
A little floppy.
Because like you and I have both experienced this. We've experienced it together.
Yep.
Several different occasions.
Yep.
Either things have been dramatically overcooked or things have been dramatically undercooked.
Yep.
If you had to choose overcooked or undercooked, and again, I'm not saying turkey, I'm not saying things are going to hurt you.
Right.
Just like which would you rather?
In the instance of a Thanksgiving meal, easily overcooked.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because those things tend to be.
Give me them crispy bits.
Yeah, I'll take the crispy bits all day. It's the more preferred thing. But like, if you're having a steak dinner.
That's not the question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Undercook that shit. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Probably the way I'd rather you do it.
That thing's still looking at me?
Depending on who's cooking it, too.
Sure.
If my uncle's cooking it and it's going medium rare.
Oh.
Nah. It's going to be closer to well done than anything. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and undercook that for me?
Right.
As far as you can undercook it.
Yeah, which is probably like medium.
Yeah. It's done.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving meal specifically, I'm going to need, every casserole needs to have that like crisp layer on top.
Yeah.
And even if that's like burnt, I'm fine.
It's
the
fine.
Shit underneath that's still going to be great.
Yeah.
But if it's like soupy, gross.
Here's my thing. Worst case scenario, you can drown it in gravy or you can drown it in cranberry sauce. Like I could take a dry
dip it in your water glass.
Yeah.
Chew on it.
Well, we got wild turkey. We didn't dip it in a water glass. We dip it in wild turkey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get a little bourbon glaze on it.
Sure. Yeah, give me that overcooked all day. All day. Over undercooked.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather it be like the right thing.
Yeah.
But like,
ideally.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
If I can't have an ideal, I'm going over.
Yeah, indeed.
No.
That's the right call.
Hey.
Yeah.
We got 2 more bottles here.
Yeah, we do.
You want to get to them?
Yeah.
Well, I'd love for you to do the honors. I'll do the honors for the last one. Unless you want to go Russell's first.
I think we do.
Mm-hmm.
I think we go Russell's first.
Okay.
I think we do that because I think we know what we're going to get with Rare Breed.
And what we're going to get is fantastic.
Yeah. So if this could be surprising,
okay,
I think we would need to get to it prior.
Okay.
I think we could be tainted just because of our knowledge of Rare Breed.
I'm worried.
Okay.
I saw this on a local a bourbon page.
Yep.
We're a part of several bourbon pages, and I saw this was a thing, and I was like, I'm in the area. Let's go see if the store has it. They had it. It was a great price.
Yep.
I'm going to buy it. I'm on record multiple episodes, multiple times, saying I am not a Russell's fan. As much as I love turkey,
Russell's 10 specifically.
Russell's
which
10,
is a
sure.
NAS.
No, Russell's 10 is a stage statement.
I was thinking of the single barrel. No, like, the Russell 10, yeah, obviously HA.
There's something about it that I just wasn't a fan.
Yeah,
and I know it's wild turkey. That's all it is, but something about it. So anyway,
well, and that's another thing. Like we've never even featured that on the podcast. Like,
yeah, did we?
I don't think so. I think those Russell's bottles were way back.
I mean, there's so many episodes. We're at like we're way above 200 at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, way above, but we're above 200 at this point. So I don't know.
I don't think I've had a Russell's since we've been doing the podcast.
Huh.
I could be wrong.
No, obviously. Because I know that I'm on rec. Like
but like it's because you always say that. Anytime we do wild turkey or anything like that's that always
Russell
like
suck.
Yeah, like I mean when we did that wild turkey, I'm sure you said that in that episode of like I just don't care for it.
Well, regardless.
You are on record. I'm just saying I don't think we've drank one on the podcast.
All right, so this is the Russell's Reserve Private Barrel Selection. It's a single barrel. It's non-chill filtered. It's a KSBW, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is a Jimmy Russell and Eddie Russell. It's their family thing.
Yeah,
whatever. Got some cool notes, though. I will say this.
Yep.
This was distilled in November of 2014.
Good year.
Right around now-ish, but 8 years ago.
There you go.
9 years ago?
9 years ago.
Whatever. I don't understand. This was distilled...
Almost 9. 8 and some months.
This is distilled in November of 14. It was stored in oak barrels for 8 years. It was dumped on... This sounds terrible.
Emphasis on the dump.
It was dumped on July 26th of this year. It was bottled on... Sorry, it was dumped on June 26th of this year.
Yep.
It was bottled on July 17th of this year.
Huh. So what did it do for that
I don't
month?
know. Would y'all
3 weeks.
Put in a vat?
Just hung out in the bathtub?
Maybe. This is barrel number 23-0204, Warehouse TYK.
Same warehouse.
Floor 4. And it was checked by Eddie, and it was approved by Jimmy.
Warehouse what?
TYK.
Oh, this one was
TYB.
TYB-K. This is a single barrel?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Generations of Craft, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky.
Bring it on.
Distilled and bottled by the Wild Turkey Distilling Company in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Here we go.
Ooh. Muchas gracias.
De nada.
All right. Same color.
Bourbon color liquor.
Definitely from the same place.
That citrusy note, man.
It's still,
just like...
Yeah, it's still that citrusy vanilla.
Pink.
Yep.
It is. It's truly like a vanilla candle with like citrus edges.
Yeah.
It's predominantly vanilla. It's bourbon all
vanilla
all
icing.
Day. Yeah.
With orange zest.
Orange zest is not bad. This comes in at 110 proof, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that.
Little punch up. I feel like there's a little bit more barrel on this one, but it's still not to the 101.
It's not.
Nose.
It's not the rugged barrel 101.
Right.
But it's more than the Kentucky Spirit.
Yep.
It's like a happy medium in between.
Yeah, could be.
I will say, though, again, that proof is just, the proof doesn't pop.
On the nose.
On the nose.
Yeah.
I mean, it could just be because we've had, things at 101 already and we're sort of acclimated.
Right.
I'm also getting an apple-y note. You ever had one of those cinnamon brooms? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Which is not apple.
Well, it's really, you say cinnamon, and I had a similar thing, but I think it was more on the palate on the 101.
Yeah.
There was like a touch of cinnamon kind of peeking through.
Sure.
So I'm not sure the turkey mash bill. I haven't looked at it in a while. If they have rye in their normal
I don't know.
mash bill. But I remember thinking the same thing with that. Of like, oh, that's a touch of cinnamon there. But I didn't say it because I was like, I don't want to say that. And then there's like, no rye. You shouldn't be getting cinnamon at all.
It's 13% rye.
There you go.
75 corn.
So
that's right.
It's
75, 13, 12. Duh. That's my other tattoo. That's on the bottom of my foot, though. No one really sees that one.
Right.
Yeah. It's covering up the scars.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't tell you that story. Well, I'll tell you that story. I can tell you that story.
Break into a kid's house and
I can't tell you that. Stop.
You're walking.
Now stop. The damn Legos. I know, but stop.
No, that was the nail on the tar went through your foot.
No, I stepped on the damn micro machines.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you got scars. Dang.
Have you ever stepped on a micro machine? I know you stepped on some Legos.
Apparently not.
Them micro machines.
I mean, which one? If it's just a car.
Again, we can't talk about it. It's still, within the legal jurisdiction.
All right.
I'll tell you later.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I got to taste this, man.
Let's do it. Oh, hell.
It's not fair. Little extra proof. I mean, I feel like that's the difference in it. It's got that proof pop.
I don't know how other to describe this. And then there's a hollowness to it. Like, I get all the turkey notes. They're all there. And it's very clearly turkey. But there's something like, as you get to the end of this, I'm going to rephrase. It's the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is different in a slightly less appetizing way.
Interesting. So, like, for me, like, I feel like the just the extra bit of proof elevates it and makes the whole thing get stretched out. And the finish and everything is a little bit, everything releases a little bit slower.
Are you getting a beamy note?
No,
I'm getting
no peanuts.
I'm getting a beamy note. No peanut at all?
No. To me, this is...
Whoa.
It's somewhere in between these two. I get more barrel. Personally, I think I like this one better than I like those two.
Can't stop
but
you.
I think a lot of it's because of the proof.
I'm going to tell you, yeah, me too. Like that the Russell's Reserve is definitely better than both of those. The 101 and the Kentucky Spirit. I am getting a beamy note, a little peanutty note.
A little nutty.
As sacrilegious as that is.
Yep.
I think you're right. I think it's the proof because you've dialed up that proof just a little bit. Like that's setting it just over the top.
But I like that the barrel pokes through more than the Kentucky Spirit did.
It 100% does.
But it also feels a little bit more put together than the 101 does. Better than the Kentucky Spirit.
Agreed.
Easily. Yep. And I think it's just a touch better than the 101 too.
Because if I'm thinking of that, both of these are single barrels, the Kentucky Spirit and the Russell's Reserve.
Yeah.
Russell's Reserve over Kentucky Spirit. Easily.
Yeah.
If I think about price wise, still 101, but I think I actually like the flavor notes out of the Russell's Reserve more.
Yeah. And that's where I would have a hard time. Like, I think that's the better drink.
The 101?
The Russell's.
Yeah.
I think that's the best one we've had so far.
Sure.
Because it's better, is it worth double the price of the 101? And that's where you have the conversation.
You are asking the bourbon question of all bourbon questions. Like, because it's better, is it worth double the price?
Right. Like, in this instance, I think
I'm going to say yes. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah, I think I would go with the Russells over the 101.
Yep.
Because we're not into astronomical figures yet. Now, if you go up and double it again
to 13,
this one's 120. That one was 60, but it's still that same incrementalness.
Sure.
Better.
Yeah. No, that's where it gets tough. Yeah,
that's harder
because
to
this
delineate.
Russell's Reserve. I think it was 56. That's what I paid for it.
Right.
It was shy of 60.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite 60, but it was in that ballpark. Damn good bottle for about $60.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I would go buy another one.
Yep.
If I saw this and I was like, and I know the store I got it. Yeah. That's a great barrel.
Okay.
All right. So what does that leave us with?
Leaves us with Rare Breed, an old-time favorite.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I haven't had Rare Breed in a minute.
Same. I haven't had it in a while. Yeah. It's been months. Like,
I would
definitely more than 6.
Oh, I'm not there. I finished a bottle maybe back in like August, September. So it's been a couple months, but I haven't bought a new one.
Oh, okay.
And that bottle,
I might have finished one like back in like March.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, the bottle that I had sat on my shelf for a minute.
Yeah.
Just because I had so many other things to work my way through.
Number 4 Char.
I'm excited.
116.8.
Yeah.
Another bump up. And that's gonna be hard.
Do it. That's a good sound. Why are you being stingy?
Well, that's mine.
No, you don't have to pour me more than that. I was just saying it for the podcast. Careful. I will say, of the 3, this is slightly darker.
I want to say the same thing, but I just kind of feel like
I'm going to say it's a shade darker.
I'm looking over here at the bottles, and
that
says otherwise.
Shade. I mean, my master's in fine arts tells me it's just a shade darker.
You're probably right.
Give it a little roly roll, a little swirly swirl.
Man, it's so cool, though. I mean, in all honesty, for me, that they're all there. They're all in the same tight little area of bourbon.
That's what I love, and I encourage listeners to go, like, if you can do something like this, do it. Because this is what I did with Bunnahabhain. This is what we've done with Turkey. I mean, like, we're doing this tasting, but we've done this before.
We did Benchmark.
Yeah, we've done things like this, and that gives you a profile of the distillery.
Yep.
And that just add that to that Rolodex of knowledge, man.
Yeah, and it's fun, too, of, like, once you get that concept of like, yep, this is their note. This is their base.
Yeah.
And especially like right now, like if we jumped right now to like Buffalo Trace or something, the difference would be
oh, for sure.
Whereas like if you're just kind of having them, if you just went like 101 to Buffalo Trace, it might be a little harder to
but now that you spend
identify.
Time,
but like once you've kind of like, oh, okay, I'm getting it now. I see that repetition, and then to jump to a Jim Beam, it'd be you'd understand.
Well, and I think like people outside of the bourbon realm or outside of like any nerdery realm, if you will, when you're like, wow, how do they pick those things out? It's things like this. An example, we were together at the Mouse House.
Yep.
And we were walking around the
experimental prototype community of tomorrow.
And we were walking around that place, and Carol got a beer.
Yep.
And she walks up to me and she says, "Hey, I got a beer. What is it?" I'm like, You're putting me on the spot. I was like, okay. Tasted it. I was like, that's good. She's like, what is it? I was like, Yingling. She's like, you didn't even stop and consider. I was like, because I know it's Yingling. Like I picked it out.
Yeah.
I've had enough of different beers that like, that's Yingling.
Right.
But you only get to that point when you've experimented a lot and you can start to pick things out.
Right.
And that my point is here. That's why I encourage people to do this.
Yeah.
Something similar.
Right.
I'm not saying, go out and spend $100 on a bunch of different bottles, but like get you a profile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 100.
Well, I was going to say like maybe you and a buddy.
Sure. Exactly.
You split the cost.
All right. On the nose.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I feel like that rye nature is popping a little harder.
I agree. They're a bit of a cinnamony, piney punch.
Yeah. I'm totally getting it. Like I've got the citrus, I got the vanilla, I got the char, but there's like this just whiff of piney cinnamon.
Yep,
just poking through.
All right. Oh, but you know what? To me, that's on the palate. That's where that barrel shines. There's something so rounded and warming and fireside and just deep.
Yeah,
about that characteristic. There's some magic that happens at that particular proof.
Yeah, I know. That's why they're so like pinpoint accurate on it.
And I'm not just saying that because I know what this is.
Yeah, I know.
If you gave me this blind,
I mean, I thought about doing that. I was like, maybe we blind them all, but I didn't think that would make any sense.
I mean, I don't know.
This is proving it to me. Because this
head and shoulders,
this is so much
shoulders
better.
Above,
so much flavor. Everything else, I feel like at most was at like a 7 flavor wise. This is jumped up to like a 12.
Yeah,
the proof is so good.
You literally,
and it's just gorgeous.
Gorgeous is correct,
and it's $44.
Man,
and I like the new bottle design. We didn't talk about it.
Yeah, they changed the label.
Changed the label.
They changed the label a little bit.
I like it.
Yeah, this is to me just as the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof is the correct expression.
Yep.
That's the correct expression.
Yeah.
If the question is what is the superior wild turkey product?
Yeah.
At least in terms of the pantheon that I've had.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Haven't had the decades, you know.
It'll
be nice to try those someday.
Sure.
We'll get the chance someday.
Yeah.
Once they have their moment in the sun, and
new partnerships might allow us to do it.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, it's just incredible.
Truly, truly is.
I mean, I just always go back to that thing of like, I think part of me wants for that not to be the case.
Agreed.
Agreed. Like part of me wants.
I don't want it to be that good.
To be so good.
Agreed. And I brought it up earlier, but the same thing with old Granddad 114. There's part of me that's like, no, it's not that thing. It can't be that thing.
That's too simple.
And yet it makes sense.
But it's so good.
I'm gonna rank them real quick.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yep.
You allow me to do that?
Yep. Go ahead.
Rare breed at the top.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna put Russell's right below it.
I will too. I mean, it's not right below it. It's well below it.
Oh well, yeah, but I'm saying
it's below it.
It's below it in terms of this lineup.
It's right above 101.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go Kentucky Spirit at the end.
Yep. I put it in the exact same order.
Yeah.
They're all great pours.
Sure.
There's nothing nothing disappointing.
Nope.
You just can't beat Rare Breed, man.
No, you really can't.
And that's wild to me.
Turkey.
Wild turkey. It's just wild that it is that. But it's so good. And I guess if you found it and it's right, man, why mess with it?
Yeah.
But like I feel like that should be a $70, $80 bottle.
Shh. What's wrong with you?
You know what I'm saying?
No, I do, but you don't tell the Russells this.
But they've already messed up. They couldn't now.
They could.
They could, and I don't know why they don't. But
stop. Would you stop?
Because I'd probably still pay it. I'd probably still pay it, and I'd feel better. Honestly, I'd feel better. I'd feel better paying higher. It'd give me more satisfaction. Be like, yeah, it is a $78.
No, it wouldn't. No, because you were buying it at $45, and then you're going to buy it at $80.
But then I'd have the stories to tell my kids. Like, I can remember when Rare Breed was $44.
Grandfather, when was no,
yeah,
no,
$44.
No, I mean yes, but that's where it needs to stay.
$44. That's crazy.
It's fantastic. All that to say, we've done the hard work for you.
Yeah.
Go out, get you a bottle of turkey because it's Turkey Day here in America.
Yeah,
if you're not in America, go out and grab a bottle of turkey anyway because you probably can find it.
Yeah, it's great year round.
For sure.
But it's even better.
Yeah.
On Turkey Day.
Absolutely. And if if like us, you want to imbibe a little bit on the American turkey holiday, grab me a bottle of Rare Breed if you can. If you can't, go grab you a bottle of 101.
Can you go straight to Rare Breed?
Me? Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I'm saying.
Anybody?
You're on your whiskey journey. You've listened to the Drep and Stone podcast.
Sure.
And they rave. Rare Breed is the best. Should I just go straight there?
If I'm being completely honest, this is one of those rare instances where, I think you can. I think it's going to you might have to go slow.
Yeah. I think it might shock your palate.
Sure.
If you go straight there.
But I don't think it's not a shocker like Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof. It's not unfriendly. It's just a higher proof. You might have to warm up a little bit, but I think you could. If you're a whiskey person, if you're new to the whiskey game, can you? I don't think so. But if you've had stuff at 80, I honestly think you can go to 116.
You probably could, and you'd probably be okay.
I think you would.
But I'd probably say take your time.
I would say start with the 101.
Do a 101. Finish a bottle of 101.
Yeah. Agreed.
Then go get it.
Yep, for sure.
You're gonna enjoy that process.
On that note, you got anything else?
I've been seeing a lot of these memes that suggest that the Christmas season is November 1st to honestly December 31st or January, whatever,
March
however far you want to take it. But do you agree with that assessment, or does Christmas not start till after Thanksgiving?
Honest opinion?
That's why we're here.
Christmas starts when you get up from that Thanksgiving table and you say, I'm good. I've had my turkey. I've had my accoutrement. And now it's time to decorate that tree because we're at the Waldrop household. And I'm going to be glittered for some reason because
every damn year.
Still the girls like to throw glitter at you.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say the Christmas season starts when you get up from that Thanksgiving table and you feel like you're done Thanksgiving. That to me, I'm not saying you can't start prepping for Christmas. But that's when
it feels like Christmas.
That's when Christmas starts.
I kind of like that.
I feel like you can safely put on White Christmas. You can begin watching your marathon constant rotation of Christmas Vacation. You can put on Elf ad nauseum if you want. I feel like it's a bit of a stretch for me personally to do that before. I'm not saying you can't start preparing.
Right.
I'm just saying you literally you push away from the table. Christmas.
Yep.
Thoughts?
I really like that take on it. It's after Thanksgiving when it feels like Christmas.
Yep.
However, I do think that one of the funniest things I saw was it's Thanksgiving Day, but it's the Christmas season. You don't have the Thanksgiving season.
I saw that.
I
disagree.
But I like your take on it. It's cool to prep, and start pulling things out and getting things ready. But I'll be honest, we've already watched Home Alone the other night.
Sure,
we've already watched Elf probably 2 or 3 times. We watched The Grinch one night, which man, I would love to do a deep dive on Jim Carrey's Grinch, or Ron Howard's Grinch.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's awful.
Yeah,
it's absolutely awful.
It's
which is awful to say that because it actually there's so many great things about it. Costume design.
Stop because you're ruining it. Let's save it. Let's do a whole Grinch episode. Okay, that's on the horizon.
I like it.
We can do the Grinchiest of Grinches.
Yeah, do the old classic.
Sure. The Benedict the Cumberbunches.
No.
Yeah.
No, the classic one.
But I mean, we talk about Carrie. We talk about the classic. We talk about the Jim Carrey. We talk about the Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about it all.
Yeah.
That's on the horizon.
I like it.
Okay.
That'll be a good one. That'll be a good one.
Now you got anything else?
No.
Me neither.
But I do think the Christmas season starts before Thanksgiving. I do. I'm there. I'm to that point. But it doesn't really feel. It doesn't have its full thing. It's like Oktoberfest. Because that takes place in September.
Sure.
You know, it's that thing. It's you're prepping for it. And then you've got like foolproof Christmas season.
Gotcha.
All of December. But I think before Thanksgiving,
okay,
as decorations are coming out, you know, lights are coming up. The entryway of our neighborhood is all blown up with lights. They've got all the wreaths and everything up. So it's like you feel it starting.
Yeah.
So it's getting you amped. It's getting you there. And it's not until after Thanksgiving, though, that it's foolproof.
Gotcha.
Cask strength.
Gotcha. So we'd love to know, what do you think about wild turkey? Are you a 101 person? Are you a rare breed person? Are you a Kentucky Spirit? Or do you go with the Russells and you go with the Reserve?
Yeah. What's the best turkey product you've had the absolute privilege to have?
And if you've had some of that decades and you got a little bit that you want to share, let us know, because I'd love to get a bottle.
That'd be crazy. Even just a little taster of it, just to be able to compare it.
Yeah, I mean, like not like 10 mils, but like give me a little bit.
50 mils.
50 mils, 100 mils, 750 mils would be great.
If you got it.
If you got it,
Sitting
got
there.
a spare 750, let me know. We'd also love to know, what do you think about the would you rathers that we covered earlier?
The what ifs.
The what ifs of it all. Sure, absolutely.
And how much broccoli casserole is required at your Thanksgiving table?
I don't think there's a number and or tonnage that is sufficient for you.
Accurate. Yeah.
Sure.
It's inconceivable.
Yeah.
It's like dividing by zero.
Right.
Yeah.
I think. Well, you can get in touch with us through email. It's drippingstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
It's always one word, Dripping Stone, DRP and Stone. When you're on there tagging all your Thanksgiving photos of all the great things you're having, flick over there. You're going to find Dripping Stone and see all the great things that we're sharing. And it's going to make us all feel that closer together.
I couldn't say it better myself.
And be that much more thankful.
Wow. I'm in awe of what you just said.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It happens actually all the time. I just don't tell you enough. Anyway.
We can stop holding hands.
Why?
Been doing it the whole episode.
I know. Why?
Didn't just happen
stop,
there.
Why stop now?
My hands are sweating.
Well, I think that adds to the experience. And we love it if you support Dripping Stone. Like we said at the top of the episode, you can do so by rating Dripping Stone wherever it is you find great podcasts. Like this one, give a couple stars, maybe some thumbs.
Like and a comment.
Kind words.
Subscribe.
It all
follows.
helps. Yeah, that's so good. You can also support us through Patreon. That's patreon.com/DrippingStone. Just keeps the lights on, the recording machine's working. And finally, you can support Dripping Stone by telling someone about Dripping Stone. It's that easy.
Indeed.
Again,
the best gift of all.
For sure. That's what I want for Christmas.
Yep. People will be giving you thanks so hard.
Right. On that note, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Really?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
It's really long. It's all one word.
Okay. Well, you went too far. Would you rather have 2 days of Thanksgiving or 2 days of Christmas? You done had too much turkey.
Yeah, I forget. I'm putting mine in my Kentucky Spirit.
Yard work?
Yeah. You got whiskey in your closet?
No, just bottles.
Oh. I don't think that's true.
Actually, now that you say that, you might be right.
Yeah.
Well, you fought and you won.
You were confident. So I didn't want
confident.
to.
I was
I
confident.
didn't want
you
to.
just
You
really
nearly got me on the confidence.
You destroyed me. You destroyed my confidence.
But
unlike Uncle Ted. Oh, I just splashed him on my face.